when you're
just always, you know.
What are you gonna do when your son sits you down and he's like, I want to start a podcast?
I'm like, let's do it, bro.
I want to start a pod. And then you're like, and he's like, Papa. He's like, hey, Papa, I want to do a father-son sports podcast. And then you guys do it. And you're like, you're still like, I'm assuming you got a lot of time left in your career.
Nope, wrong.
You do.
Wrong.
And he's at the end of his rope.
No,
wrong. Yeah, I am.
And everyone's still like, oh my God, Big Cat's like this crazy good sports commentator. Like,
nope, no one has ever said that.
And were you just saying that that's not what people say?
Yeah, what have I just done in the last?
And then
this hypothetical. What did I do?
Let me continue the hypothetical
to make myself a good sports commentator.
I don't know. You have a big sports podcast. That's what I was getting that from. Okay. And then so everyone's like, oh, sorry, Big Cat's is this legendary podcaster. Mm-hmm. He's coming out of so maybe you have retired by this time, and he's like, oh, he's coming out of his grave. He's finally lacing back up the skates. Like, let's do it. And you sit down and record the first episode with your son, and he just doesn't have it.
It would suck.
But I don't think that you would even
to his face.
You wouldn't even give him the chance until he's ready to start the conversation.
Yeah,
like it's not like you would put him on the stage at fucking Juilliard before you've heard him sing yet.
Right.
You're gonna fucking find out whether he has the chops, the chops to be a part of my taker.
Yeah.
And I think that he will.
No, I would tell my son, it is like when a football player comes in, like not going to let my son play football. I podcasted so my son...
It's too dangerous.
So my son doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. So he could be an engineer or a doctor or a scientist. Stand on the shoulders of the people that came before you type of thing.
Imagine must be terrifying.
It's actually awesome.
I'm scared. I'm getting. I mean,
you're 20, so yes, you should be scared.
I just can't imagine having a kid and you just like don't know what they're going to do with their life.
What are you gonna do with your life?
Yeah.
I know, but like,
but you're ready though. That's how I could tell that you're ready to have a kid. Like the fact that it's on your mind, you're biologically, you're prepared.
Your eggs are gonna be expired.
You should freeze some sperm. Yeah. You should just jerk off into like an ice cube tray and just freeze some of your sperm in case you need it later on in life.
I do like the idea though of like going into my son's bedroom when he's like 14 and him like rustling the things around and like closing cabinets and everything. I'm like, what are you doing? And I find like
is that a snowball mic?
Snowball mic, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I told you, I did this so you don't have to.
It's like that old weed commercial, and he looks you in your eyes, and he's like, I learned from you.
I learned it from you. I learned podcasting from you.
Who
Papa.
showed you this? I have irony poisoning, so you don't have to.
He just slowly gets ironic.
Yeah.
That's a father's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
The kid winds up ironic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He just hates everything.